So I've been wanting to do this video for a while now. It's basically on shadow boxing. I noticed that a lot of people when they shadow box, they usually don't know what to do, or they practice things that really don't apply when you're doing pads or bag or sparring. When you're gonna shadow box, you gotta understand that you use shadow boxing as a way of warming up and stretching. You use techniques that you're gonna be using while you hitting pads, or you're working on the bag, or are you gonna spar. So it just makes sense that as you're warming up, you're stretching those muscles that you're gonna be using when you spar. For this one, I'm gonna use a cone. I like to use the cone, especially with beginners, as a reference point. A lot of the times, especially when you shadow box, it's about understanding what are you doing at that point. It's not just about throwing punches and throwing kicks and throwing knees unaccurately, like whatever comes, right? So what I do with my guys is we do a drill where we put a 3-minute round, and every other 30 seconds, we work on offense or defense. That forces you to not just want to throw punches or kicks. That forces you to also think about that in the fight, you will be defending to. So what we do is we start with a regular shadow box where I'm gonna work offense. And again, I'm gonna use the cone as a object where I can visualize a bag, an opponent, okay? So everything that I'm gonna throw is gonna be basically on top of that cone, right? Even when I kick, I'll go all the way around that cone. I don't wanna do small movements. I like to fully extend punches to a point that sometimes I like to exaggerate the move so I can get full rotation and full stretch on my kicks, on my knees, on my punches, on my elbows. So I like to do that a lot to understand the movement and the technique. Now, after I've done some offense, that's when I'm gonna start now. After 30 seconds of offense, now I'm gonna work defense. And on defense, I don't wanna see punches. I don't wanna see kicks. I wanna see movement, parries, checks, catching. And again, this is a point where a lot of times you have to visualize that. You gotta see that kick coming. You gotta see those punches coming. Okay? You gotta see that catch, that parry, and the sweep. Okay? Good blocking, stiff arm. So it's not just about throwing. It's also about moving. So now you're in a fight. In your head, you're in a fight. You are not just throwing. You also defending. You're moving. After 30 seconds, we back to offense. Sometimes I just might work hands, head movement. Sometimes I might just want to do knees with some elbows. Or kick reaction, block and kick, block and kick. See, but you have to put yourself in a situation where you're fighting. Okay? It's not just about throw. It's understanding what do you do when you fight. Okay? Hope that works for some of you guys and it helps.